This video is about a distributor and a distributor appointment. Okay. First, let me explain you about who is a distributor in the simple terms. Okay. A distributor is an independent person or a legal entity who sells the goods in the prescribed territory on behalf of manufacturer. Okay, I repeat, an independent person or a legal entity who sells the goods in the prescribed territory on behalf of manufacturer. That is called distributor. Okay, what is the need for distributor? So, manufacturer cannot distribute his stocks in thousands of, hundreds of thousands of outlets and wholesalers directly from manufacturing facility. It is practically impossible to have a logistics warehouse facilities and giving credit and collection to these thousands of outlets from directly manufactured facility. So, manufacturer need a middle channel, a middle point, one of the channels called distributor. So, distributor will have a prescribed area and he can very easily handle the logistics and stocks warehousing and giving credit, collection, sales very easily. This is about distributor appointment. I have designed a simple formula to understand what to see the criteria, means criteria to appoint a distributor. This criteria is the main criteria but not complete. Okay, and I named this formula as a 4I formula. I means alphabetical I. 4 I's are: one is investment, second is infrastructure, third is involvement, fourth is influence. I repeat the 4I formula. One is investment, second is infrastructure, third is influence, four is involvement. Okay, these 4 I's you have to see when you go to appoint a distributor. Now about investment. Okay, investment is the main one to start the business. Okay, as everyone knows, it is main thing to start the business. Okay, so now how much investment distributor has to invest? I will tell you a rough calculation. So he has to invest 10% of the investment on expected turnover. Okay, suppose he is planning to do 1 crore turnover, he has to invest 10 lakhs. So if he invests 10 lakhs on 1 crore turnover, he is going to do 10 rotations. Okay, 10 rotations. Suppose his margin is 6% gross margin. After expenses, he is retaining 3% example. So his profitability will be 30% on his investment, which is reasonable. How? 10 rotations multiplied by 3% net profit. Okay. So now, if he is taking from the bank loan, it should not be more than 40%, because bank charges 80 to 20%. If he is going to get 40% loan from that and he is going to spend 10% expenses, he is not going to retain anything. Okay, actually taking loan is a loss and time consuming work. Okay, these are very important things one has to remember while investing the money in the business. As I explained you, 10% of expected turnover is the investment. It is not a final one. So what happens, sometimes company runs a promotions, company launch a new product, that time distributor need to invest more money, because when there are consumer offers when there are trade offers, the sale is going to increase 2 to 3 times. So that time distributor should have extra money to buy more product for sale. In the case of even new product launch, he has to have extra investment for the new product, because the new product not invested, not calculated in the previous calculation. Okay, it's a new product, new investment. These are all investment extra, and the distributor must be ready to invest the money in time of promotions, in time of new product launches. Now, the investment mainly includes stock, maybe 70-80%, 60% in the form of stocks, and remaining will be market credit and damaged stocks, pending claims from the company, and advance given to the company, included all this investment. Distributor investment includes what? Stocks, market credit, office furniture, tables, fans, racks, chairs, computers, telephone, pending claims, office automation, damaged stocks, etc. These all included in distributor investment. And distributor and as well as company person try to minimize the non-productive investment, non-productive finance blockage, to increase the rotations, to increase the business. The important point to determine the working capital. Okay, working capital means the money to run day-to-day operations. Okay, and these determinants, what I will tell you, main points what to see to determine the working capital: nature of the business, size of the business, how many rotations he is to get, what is gross margin, what are all the expenses, what is net margin, what's the terms of payment and credit days, and growth rate, any new product launch extra investment, payment terms. These all have to see to determine the working capital. I have explained about first I, investment. Second is infrastructure. Second I is infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Infrastructure is the facilities for running the business smoothly. Okay? Infrastructure are the facilities for running the business smoothly. What is infrastructure? Warehouse, office, tables, chairs, computers, invoicing ERP, mechanized unit, non-mechanized unit, sales people, warehouse in charge, office personnel, electricity, generator. These all infrastructure to run the business very smoothly. This is second I. First I is investment, second is infrastructure, third is called involvement. What is involvement? Distributor involvement in the business. In some of the businesses, distributor will invest the money. I'll hand over the business to manager, maybe relatives, to run the business, which is not correct. Okay, because I have seen this type of arrangements finally close the business. Distributor should know how much he invested, what is the stock value, what is market credit, any overdue outstanding in the market, any bad debts, which stock is high position, which stock is low position, how much rotations is doing, and what are all the problems in the market, how is new products performing, how is warehouse conditions, logistics facilities, etc. He should understand day by day to run his business very smoothly. Suppose if he hand over the business to some managers, they don't run the business as owner likes. Okay, they are employees, they run for only work for salary. So distributor involvement in the business is must to run the business and to grow the business. First I is investment, second I is infrastructure, third I is involvement. Now this fourth I is influence. What is influence? Distributor, when someone go to select a distributor, they must see this distributor has got influence in the town or not. Because why, I will tell you. Influence is very important to run the business in the town, because he can collect the outstanding if any bad debts, and he can push a new product launch with his influence, and he can get government permits, approvals for any promotions, and he can have any competitor problem he can face. And these all influences are very important for the businessman as a distributor to run the business very smoothly. Okay, I repeat. First one is investment, second one is infrastructure, third is involvement, fourth is influence. This is 4I formula, is a criteria for selecting a distributor. This is not the final one, because once these four are okay, then you need to see whether the distributor is already doing some competition products and he has got any competitor companies, so that we will not go with him, we will go with others. These are the points we should see. Once we decided about the 4 I's are okay, then balance small things we need to see. Okay.